As steward of the land, it is my responsibility to work with integrity, love, and devotion to regenerate the earth, bring healthy soil, rear happy animals, and share abundant food with other humans to help bring them health and happiness. My obligation goes beyond the farm, my job, the business, the animals, the people. This work is co-creation with God, Mother Nature, the universe, whatever you want to call it. I'll work with her resources, under her sun, feeling her breeze, taking her weather as it comes, with the body she gifted me with reaping her rewards. I don't take it lightly, and I will do the most I can. Thank you for this opportunity. Welcome in, fam. Much love, Trav here. And I want to share a few things with you in this video. And the first thing is just I hope that you can find as much meaning and joy in what you're doing. It won't necessarily happen overnight. It will be a long journey. And there will always be ups and downs. There will always be bad times. But I hope that you can find in your work as much meaning. But really what I want to talk about with this video is more the role of obligation and responsibility, in the Hawaiian term, which I learned in the last couple of years, kuleana, which is sort of basically an obligation. And this also, I feel this very much from my Chinese ancestors, familial obligation, and it being something that's important. And to happiness and to success and to creation, so much of that depends on a relationship with others. And obligation is our emotional, obligation is an emotional connection to others and to work, and to feel that, hey, and some people rag on it, say it's negative and you shouldn't feel obligated. You should feel obligated to God, to Mother Nature, to universe, whatever you want to call it, to not waste this opportunity, to make the most of it. You should feel an obligation to your ancestors, your mom and your dad, everything they did for you. And I don't care. I mean, who cares if you didn't have a choice? And being here, it's an amazing opportunity that's much better than not having been brought here. And not just your mom and your dad, but looking past down your surname, looking at for thousands of generations, humans, winners, people who sacrificed for you to be here. And you should feel an obligation to make the most of it in thanks for these people, and an obligation to future generations, not just your descendants, but future descendants of humans, to make the most of it. And that is what will allow you to make the biggest impact. It's what will allow you to enjoy your work the most. It's what will allow you to work the most. It's what will allow you to stay focused on what you have to do and not be distracted by meaningless distractions, whether that's social media, drugs, alcohol, parties, whatever you're doing that's distracting you from your life's work. You're going to find it through embracing obligation, a connection to others, to work, to the land, to the universe. And you don't need to be a farmer, you don't need to be a land steward, but that's really where it's going to come from, and it's what's going to sustain you. And it's really what will bring the riches, what will bring, if you want it, the fame, what will bring the good life. Because as you fulfill your obligation and you co-create and you do your work within the community, within the world, you make your shockwave, you make your impact, you do the work that you have to do, you will be rewarded. But if you start looking for the reward, I want a fancy car, I want 100,000 Instagram followers, I want $1 million in the bank, that's great that you want that, but are you really going to do the work because you want that? And even if you do the work, guess what? There's a good chance it's gonna leave you feeling a little bit empty, because it's selfish. It's selfish, right? You'll find that in order to attain those things, it's not going to be through stealing. That's generally not how economics work, because we have government restrictions on that. It's going to be through making a big impact. And if you start with the impact, you often get the reward. It's why a lot of the richest people, it wasn't their goal to be the richest. Steve Jobs and his wife Jeff Bezos gave away like $2 billion last year, I saw. They're really fucking rich, but that wasn't the goal. It's trying to make a difference. And you can debate and say Amazon is negative and evil and put people out of work and all this. But the point is, when you're focused on making a difference and you're driven by an obligation to as well to your organization, to your coworkers, to your shareholders, your boss, your employees, your friends, your family, then that will be the strongest motivator. Once you don't feel an obligation, that's a dangerous position to be in. If you feel like you don't owe anyone anything, you don't owe God anything, you don't owe ancestors anything, you don't owe anyone anything, that's a dangerous place to be, because it's very easy to fail to live up to your potential. It's very, very easy to underperform. It's very easy to underwork. So just let me know what you think in the comments. I don't necessarily have an exercise prepared or whatever, but I just wanted to share that energy with you, because I'm up here on Friday I feel like I'm doing the Lord's work, and I'm not trying to convert anyone to any in particular religion. I have the Friday off. A lot of my not judging anyone, coworkers are hanging out, drinking at the pool, but I feel this, I'm working and I'm like, why am I working? And I'm enjoying it and I'm glad I'm here. I would rather be here. And why is it? I'm not getting paid for this time. Why am I working? Is it because I want to hang out with the animals? Is it, well, I mean, that's partially it, but it's out of an obligation. Like I have a stewardship of this land and of these animals, and I can't take a day off, right? I can't take a day off from feeding the soil, feeding the animals. It's something that has to happen every single day. So obligation to me has been the big game changer. Obligation to ancestors, shout out to the wind, it's strong right now, has driven me. Obligation to community has kept me going. Obligation to my descendants drives me to leave a legacy. So hope you find that useful, and look forward to hearing what you have to say. Talk to you soon. Peace out, fam. Much love.